Hey y'all, it's Lauren. This week I'm here in a new studio and I am with Katie. Y'all know her, you love her. She's been on the show before. But we're here in a new studio and she's about to come on and we're going to explain like the new space. We're going to chat a little bit about a bunch of random stuff. We're going to talk about Tom Sandoval. We're going to talk about the future of this set in this show. It's going to be fun. I'm happy that you guys are here. But before we get into it, y'all know I want to shout out Neutral. Thank you so much to Neutral for supporting the Chicks and Dip podcast. Today on the set, I have two regular classic OG Neutral flavors. I've got Neutral Raspberry and Neutral Mango. On the set today, Neutral is a vodka seltzer made with vodka and real juice. It's light, it's crisp, it's refreshing. It's the perfect drink for you to sip all spring into summer. So grab you some at your local liquor store, order it at the bar. I love it. I prefer mine ice cold in the can with a straw popped in it. It's perfect. And so thank you so much to Neutral for supporting this show. I can't wait right now. Like if you're on the video and you can kind of see the new set that we're going to explain here in a minute. There's a bookshelf behind me. And y'all can't see it's out of frame, but there is an entire top shelf that is going to be stacked with nothing but Neutral. Like, it's going to be my favorite part of the whole studio, the Neutral shelf. I think I can fit, I don't know, looking at it up there, I can probably fit like 4 12-packs up there. I don't know. I'm going to make it as stacked as possible so that every time a guest comes into this new space, I can be like, can I offer you a Neutral? Would you like it over ice? Do you want a straw like me? Anyway, I can't wait. So without further ado, we'll get into it with Katie. Let's roll. What's up, y'all? Hey. It's Lauren and Katie.
Hi. That just rolls off the tongue.
I know, it really did. It felt good.
Yeah,
welcome back to another episode of the Chicks and Dip podcast. If you're audio only, let me explain what the video people are seeing. We're in a new studio.
We are.
Woo! We are, it's not done yet. The walls are bare. The bookshelf needs a lot more books.
There's going to be the fun thing is as you watch the pod, you're going to see the space become itself.
Mm-hmm. It's going to every week.
It feels like home.
It does. Literally for you. We are in Katie's house. Should we tell people that? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
people
they
don't
can't
know.
Geolocate us by listening to her. Okay. Yeah, no, it's in my home.
Yeah. And Katie has this extra room and she's like, you know what? Here, creative space. And it is so sick. It's got these white panel walls and me, I just want to put stuff all over them. I can't wait.
She's got free reign. This is Lauren's lab
den, if you will.
Den, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna tell them.
I told him last week that I was thinking of rebranding.
Okay, good. I was about to say, ooh, did I mess up? Okay, no. Listen, so we have been having this conversation about rebranding, and then but the holdup obviously is to what? What is going to be the name? What is going to be the new brand, right? And this is the hardest thing. I am bad at naming things. I mean, I've had 5 whole children, and I've only named 1. And that poor child got stuck with the name Ella B. Josephine.
Oh, Lord.
So there's a reason that I'm not allowed to name things. But Sonny, he's always very helpful. And he has put his brain on this. And he sent Lauren and I a text he just sent us another text.
Is it a new idea?
No, he said your key is on the dining room table.
Oh, yeah, my key to the house. I'm moving in.
But he sent us a text with a name suggestion. And that's fine, guys. If you guys have some name suggestions, we are happy to take them.
Please.
Sonny's was the Wolver's Den podcast. Kind of a play on your name. The Wolver's Den with Lauren Wolverton.
Wolver's Den. So literally he explained this to me in person and I was like, huh?
And then we start making row, roar noises, and he had to remind us that a wolf is in the dog family.
And so then we're like, ow, the wolf den, the Wolver's Den. No. So, I hate to give y'all such a awesome name and then just say never mind to that, but y'all are going to have to deal. never mind to that. That was so funny. We need ideas. So like, we were talking about making a word web. And so maybe we can like give y'all some ideas and y'all can text us like things I love.
A virtual word web.
Virtual word web. Yes. A VWW, if you will.
And we'll sit in the den.
Yep.
And think about it.
I love sparkles. I love glitter. I love sequins. I love being extra. I love dips and queso and coffee and cocktails.
And she is a maximalist.
I am a maximalist.
Sonny's also loving that name and wants to put it in there somehow. I don't know.
Like, I feel like Maximalist Pod isn't that horrible, but it's just kind of a lot to say.
I don't hate it, but it is a tongue twister.
Maximalist. And like, if my name was Max,
you know
cool.
what? Like, it would turn into like, did you listen to the Max?
Oh, that's kind of cool though. The Max.
You know, that was the name of the diner from Saved by the Bell.
A show I've never seen. Every time you come on. No one call Will Smith. I'm triggered. Which I don't think I've ever addressed that on the podcast. Should we talk about that for a moment?
Yes. You have not?
I don't think so.
Listen, I just had a whole baby, and it's been a while since I've caught up on everything. But and to that tune, you and you were blowing up our group text that day, and I was just like all the baby things, and I was just like something is going on. And then when I eventually at 10 o'clock that night caught up, and then realized, I was like, then I started freaking out and blowing up the group text.
You did send like a late text, and you're like, wait, what? And I was like, Katie, the moment's gone.
Yeah, Lauren is like, it has passed us by, and Calvin was crickets on this group text, and then I'm reading, and then I go to the post, and then I'm like, Calvin, are you not answering because you're too famous for us now?
Literally.
And then he did text us back at that moment. Yep.
Literally. I know. And that's what, if any of you don't follow me on Instagram, first of all, rude. Second of all, what happened was Will Smith like shared a clip. It was the clip like from the episode with Eric.
The actual Will Smith.
The real Will Smith.
Official. And it is like, if you go to his Instagram right now, and Facebook, because I did check. And it is on his Facebook.
Sweet.
If you go to his socials, we are on it. Like, we are on his page forever.
I love that.
And I checked the other day, and we're at like almost 7 million views.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean,
and in his he captioned it.
Calvin.
Why you let
him do that like that? Yeah.
But it said
something.
So it said Calvin, and so now Calvin, his head is this large.
Oh,
I mean, he's walking around, he can barely hold his neck up.
100%.
Yeah, he's so famous.
It was so funny, and like honestly, it was hilarious. But then like the funniest part was me and Will Smith like arguing in the comments.
That was
something. Honestly,
perfection.
I know it was funny. But for a moment, I was like, am I in a fight with Will Smith right now?
You were in a fight with Will Smith.
I didn't see that on my bingo card.
I loved it.
Like,
you basically should have an IMDb set up now.
You know what? I am waiting for the day that somebody makes an IMDb for me. And then, you know that like a website like where they have like famous people birthdays and they have like people who are not even famous. I'm like, can somebody put me on there? Like,
yes,
I'll feel really
gonna be on there, and you're so like, you love your birthday so much. That would be like a present.
Known for arguing with Will Smith. That's
and I clap to you, because the editing of that clip was absolute perfection.
Thank you.
You created the most shareable clip that even the Will Smith himself could not share.
Thank you. I pride myself beautiful. On all of that.
The comedic timing of that clip was just gorgeous.
Thank you. I'm dying. Anyways, so yeah, that was a thing. But what were we talking about before that? Oh, the new studio. Duh.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're here. We are gonna like slowly but surely evolve it. We have new mics. I am obsessed. We have the Shure M7 mics.
So we had to set them up 7 different ways before we landed on.
Yeah. We're like getting a table to go right here. If you're audio only, like we have the old setup and like we have mics that you don't hold in your hands anymore. So we like really want, number one, what do we do with our hands?
We're straight up Will Ferrell right now. Like we're in Talladega Nights. But have you seen Talladega Nights?
I've seen Talladega Nights, yes. That one, and like all of, like, do you remember, I don't even know what years it was, but there was like, I feel like a decade of like sports comedies.
Yes.
All of those I've seen, all the golf
Cameron
ones,
and I were talking about one the other day that you did not. Well, did you catch on to it eventually? It was the Longest Yard when we were talking about Terry Crews being the cheeseburger connect in prison. Like,
that's the one I've never seen.
Yeah.
God. So maybe I haven't seen all of them, but
some.
I've seen a lot. Dodgeball. What's the ice skating one?
Oh, with Will Ferrell and the guy that was from
Owen Wilson, right?
No. It was the goofy looking guy. Is it Napoleon Dynamite? That guy?
Is it?
Is it the same guy, John Peter or something like that? What is that? Blades of Glory.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's hilarious.
Yeah. That seemed like
they
a fun.
They just did like a whole era of sports. I met Justin Long right after he did Dodgeball.
Really?
Yeah, it was when he was dating Drew Barrymore. We had dinner. Brie and I had dinner with him at the Pink House.
Was he really nice?
He was so nice. But the funny thing was, like, there was this lady hiding in the bushes, like trying to take paparazzi photos of them, and she was not like even media. Like, she was just a crazy lady in the bushes hiding outside the Pink House. Like, we were outside on the patio.
Oh my God.
And she was just hiding in the bushes. Clearly, like, she was rustling. We could hear her. And so Justin was sitting at the end of the table, and he just like kind of looked over and started laughing, and he was like, "Hi." She like popped out with like a notepad, and she was so drunk.
No.
And she walked up and she was like, "Jimmy, can I please have your autograph?" She thought he was Jimmy Fallon.
No.
Yeah. No. And so he was like, "Uh-huh." And so he put like, "Have a great night. Love, Jimmy Fallon. P.S. Don't forget to watch my late night show." And like sent her on her way. And then we were all cracking up, and he was like, "I always get Jimmy Fallon. Like, everybody thinks I'm Jimmy Fallon." And I'm like, "You don't look like Jimmy Fallon to me."
Not at all.
But he was super, super nice. And one of the funniest like stories of that night was, okay, so, you know, like everybody has like the list of like celebrities that they are like, in love with, or like if you're married, this is like your hall pass list.
Totally.
Like, listen, if this person's in town, sorry, all bets are off.
Over with.
This doesn't count, right? And so Brie, of course, like being my best friend, knows the people that are on my list, right? And so we're sitting there with Drew Barrymore and Justin Long. One of the people on my list at that time was Peyton Manning. I know that he's not good looking, but the man is an amazing quarterback. He's so good. And then he also seems like a very sweet guy. And like,
Katie's hall pass list is nice, guys.
I'm all about personality. And he's funny because he had like hosted an SNL episode, and it was so funny. And so I was like, I'm in love with him and that giant forehead. Like, I love him.
No.
And so Brie told them that, right? And so Drew Barrymore is like, they're all laughing, and Drew's like, listen, I get it. Like, I get it because he's the hot quarterback. Like, he's not hot, but he's like the hot quarterback. And she was like, you know, like in the band, there's like the hot drummer.
Yeah.
And then she goes, or there's like the hot funny guy. And then Justin Long was like,
is that me?
Am I just the hot funny guy?
Sorry.
It was so funny. Yeah. But
that's
that was
hilarious. Isn't that so funny about like women? You know, like I think about this all the time. If you are funny,
nice, the bar is low.
It
like,
is.
We were talking about this not too long ago. Like, I don't know who I was talking about this with, but the bar for what we look for in a guy is far lower than the bars that these boys set up. And the things that we do to ourselves to try to make these bars.
I know.
I'm telling you what. And the boys, they just put on deodorant.
Literally.
A win.
All that you need is deodorant.
That happened. Like, Sonny, one time when we were dating, I was like, "Oh, you smell so good." And he was like, "It's deodorant."
Oh, and you're like, wow, okay.
I'm like, wow, that is what it's bad.
Does Sonny wear cologne?
No.
Okay, I heard, like, I'm glad that you said that because I wasn't going to say this if he did, but I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were talking about how wearing cologne is like a surefire sign that you're cheating, and I was like, what? No way. But then I started to think about it, and I actually don't know anyone who actually regularly wears cologne.
Yeah.
Ever. Maybe like for like an anniversary, you pop on like, you know, like women do that too. You change your perfume, like maybe for like a special occasion. I don't know anyone with cologne.
Me either.
Weird. Cameron will do like a little spritz, like if he's like kind of sweaty, he'll do a little deodorant touch up, like, and what's like a spritz.
A French bath or something, a French shower.
Oh, a horse bath.
a horse bath.
Yeah. Just
I'm
the
like,
cooch in the pits.
I just got like a little bit of anxiety when I said French shower. Like, oh my God, I hope that's not a sexual thing. That like means something really nasty. But like, I just said it on our podcast.
A French shower. I bet it, honestly, if we look up French shower Urban Dictionary, it's something gross.
Tell us in the comments.
Ew.
Don't tell us in the comments.
No.
Tell us in the DMs.
But like, I don't know. Like a body spray is
like
different than a cologne.
Oh yeah.
You know,
for
like
sure.
you can spray that on your t-shirt. You can't do that with cologne.
Cologne is intentional.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got a secret.
Yeah. Ooh.
I know.
That should be a commercial, like a cologne commercial. Like you got a secret.
Oh yes, like, and it can imply cheating, so they don't get in trouble.
Those Vanderpump people could be the faces of it that you're just telling me about.
Tom Sandoval can be the face of cologne. Like,
Just period. No specific brand, just all the cologne.
all of it. I know Sandoval is out here wearing cologne, dipping cologne on his little ears before his stupid shows. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I need, honestly, this podcast in the rebrand, there's going to be more Bravo. Like, I need to be talking about Bravo more. And I've been making an effort. I was really slacking on like not keeping up with the shows, and I have been making a conscious effort. Like, I literally told Cam, no offense, but the TV is mine tonight because I'm not caught up.
You know what? I'm going to start putting my foot down on that because every night Sonny puts on, and maybe there are people, maybe you guys out there do this. Maybe you do this. I don't know. But he watches YouTube like it's TV.
Boys do this. Boys do this.
Thank you. Because it's just blowing my mind. So, and it's so boring because it doesn't make any sense. Like, and it's all like the most random, dumbest things ever. It ranges from like why dinosaurs walk the earth to like what is the best vacuum cleaner on the market, and they're literally testing like suction and like speed, and
they just
like,
he lets them play
measuring
back to back.
Sand amounts, and I mean, like, it's the stupidest YouTube whatever.
It sounds
in
kind
the
of
world.
interesting.
It's
Low-key.
awful. So, but then he always falls asleep, and then I'll be like, hey, like, are you watching this? And thinking like he would be like, nah, you know, like, here, take the remote. No, he'll be like, and still keep snoring. And I'm like, whatever, I'm too tired to argue with you. And TV's not going to work out for me tonight, I guess. But then the other night, because it was Sunday night, we were actually like settled down. It was like 9 something. I had the baby on my chest. I didn't want to go to sleep because I knew that she was going to like wake up in an hour to eat. And so Sonny was watching some YouTube video about waves, and are they the whole of the ocean? I don't even know what that means.
Whole of the ocean.
Whole of the ocean.
What is that?
Like,
whole with a W or with an H?
with a H. Like they they said they sometimes referred to the whole of the ocean, and I was like, who has ever said that?
Whole.
Like, it's not even a wave. It's not even a hole. Like,
Ew, the ocean has holes.
Right.
What?
Yeah. I'm telling you that this man. So he's snoring loud, and I was like, Sonny, are you watching this wave video? And he went, huh? And I was like, give me the remote. You're done. Give it to me. I didn't even ask questions this time because it was Sunday night, and I knew I thought that was the night that the new episodes of Succession come out. And this is a show that I've loved from the beginning. And I was like, I could actually watch it on the night that it comes out. And so I turned it on. That was a mistake. This was the episode I was just telling you about that me and RP have been going back and forth about because it was so emotional. I should not have watched that before I wanted to go to sleep because something very terrible happened, and I'm not going to spoil it for you if you've not watched it because it did get spoiled for RP, and so his watch did not get to be the same as my watch.
He didn't get that emotional
shock.
No,
you need to watch it not knowing. But it was so bad, and so like there was a lot of grieving to be done in this episode, and I was up until 4:00 in the morning because I was so sad about these fictional people who had a very fictional, horrible thing happen, but I did get to watch that TV, and so like I was excited to watch TV, and I was like, you know what, I want to watch my shows.
Yes, I'm telling you, we've got to start putting our foot down. We can't compromise. Like, I think instead of every night being something in the middle that we both like, I would rather it be your show, my show, your show, my show.
100%.
Because I can get to know your show, and it's going to be fine.
Also, I'm just going to maybe suggest that Sonny, because he falls asleep, you watch your YouTube videos on your phone with your earbuds in.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Boys do that, though. That's so funny that you said that about YouTube videos because, like, whenever we were, like, trying to decide if this like podcast was going to have video.
Yeah.
Like I knew, of course, I wanted it to have video,
Right.
but I was like, is anyone even going to watch it on YouTube? And then mostly dudes were like, yes. And our male audience is primarily on YouTube.
Stop.
Versus the audio is mostly women, which is very interesting.
It's so strange to me.
I don't know if like, are they looking up more stuff than we are? Like how to things? Is that where it comes from?
Oh, I know Sunny does for sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't really know.
It just, to me, it's like a more exaggerated grown-up TikTok.
That's true. Oh, grown up TikTok. That's so true. Yeah. Longer
TikToks.
more professional.
Yeah. 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 That's like what he, like when he goes to like watch something, it's YouTube. And then
That is so
I
funny.
walk in and then he's got Roman watching YouTube videos about dinosaurs. And I was like, do not do this. We were putting on the Disney Channel.
Oh.
The actual television.
Roman is going to grow up and know some weird trivia about waves and
oh my God.
vacuum
Weird
cleaners.
things. I wonder if that's why guys know weird stuff.
From YouTube, I bet it is. I could see
has
that.
to be it.
I could see that.
Okay, yeah, this is all starting to like come together.
I briefly dated this bartender in college. I've talked about him on here before. But there was one day that he was just like hanging out at my house. I mean, I was there, but like I was in the kitchen or whatever, and I came back in and he had just pulled up YouTube like on our TV. And me and Annalise, my roommate, were like, no, we're not doing this. And then he put on like a 2-hour Vine compilation. It was like best of Vine.
Sunny does that too.
2 hours
like,
long.
all these,
It sucked us in though. We were like rolling our eyes for 5 minutes and then 2
then you were
hours had
enjoying.
gone by and we were like peeing ourselves laughing.
I was pumping the other day and milk. Not iron.
Pumping iron.
Although I have started doing that, you guys. I've started
Heyo.
lifting. Sheena has me working on with Hannah like twice a week workouts. And when she asked me what my goal was, I told her upper body because I had a kid I was going to need to beat. Roman, y'all. Anyways, I was pumping and Sunny had YouTube crap on and it was this compilation of wrecks, like people driving like idiots, like stupid driving things. And I just looked at him after like a few of them had gone by and I was like, this is giving me really bad anxiety. Like, this is horrible.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, me too. But like kept watching and I was like, turn it off.
Yeah, it's like those fail like compilations and stuff. That's what like whenever I am on TikTok, like Cam's algorithm has a lot of like just like fail videos.
Yeah.
Like people tripping and crashing their bike or like throwing up. And I'm like, this is no. Mine is cute.
Yeah.
My TikTok feed is adorable.
Ducks, right?
Ducks. That's on Instagram, literally Ducklinggram. Somebody asked me what that was, and I feel like thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, I just hit my elbow.
Book shelter.
I got to get to know the new space, how much arm room I have. Yeah, so Ducklinggram, I don't even know really how it started. I must have liked something with the duckling, like on the suggested reels, because then all of a sudden, every time I would scroll my feed, it was like duckling video, duckling and a cow, duckling and a cat, more ducklings. So I put one on my story, like a year ago, almost 6 months ago or something,
And
the first
then
time.
ducks.
Yeah, and I just said, I don't know what I did, but Ducklinggram has taken over my feed, and now every day I get a duckling.
Do you really?
Yeah, and so Brett, he's our friend who listens to the show. You've met him before. But he got one duckling on his feed, and he sent it to me in the DMs. And since he did that, he's got Ducklinggram now.
What if you started this like virus of ducks on people's Instagram?
Look, the other day, Mississippi State posted a picture of a duckling, and I was like, did I influence my alma mater? I think I did.
Let's just say that you did.
I think I'm the greatest influencer of all time.
You are.
I'm not influencing college students. I'm influencing the college.
The whole college.
Boom.
Just tapping into the young minds of all over.
Yep. Ducklings.
Ducks.
Not a bad thing to spread around the world, you know?
No, it's a little bit of happiness.
Right? Cute duckling pics.
Ducks are cute.
I agree. Actually, today Facebook had a duckling thing for me. It was like ducks getting saved
spreading.
from a thing. Yeah, it's all the meta.
I don't know why, whenever they would show those videos of the oil spills, but it was always like a duck situation that they were cleaning up. I mean, I guess it was birds.
That's true.
But in my head, it was a duck. But it was
there was
probably
one
birds
on the soap bottle, though. Yes.
So that's what confuses me because it is on the Dawn dish soap bottle.
Yes.
But there are not ducks in the ocean, right? No.
No.
Okay, no. Those are like in lakes.
What the?
So But when you see those videos, they're cleaning up a duck.
They are ducks.
But they're showing like the soap can remove the like it's always done, like, and it removes that oil from the duck.
But why is the duck that
there's not
it should be a seagull
tricking us?
Hold on. I'm trying to think. What was the big oil spill? The bad one? Was that in the Gulf? Like maybe they're using that as a reference.
There's
like
a movie about that too.
Really?
Yeah, it was good, but I don't remember the name of it.
Like maybe that one spread so far
that it got into lakes
the
and rivers and stuff, and it got to the ducks.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, and so they just like had that visual, and they're like, "Damn, that's really touching."
Yeah,
so
I mean, yeah, 100%, it is touching.
I would feel the same way about a baby seagull. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just as cute. A baby bird is a baby bird.
In The Little Mermaid.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, I have a story to tell you.
Okay.
So I like wrote down 3 things. One of them you already know, but I'll give you an update to one that you only know a little bit of. So, y'all, the other night, me and Katie and a group of people were at this restaurant called
Oh, yes.
And we ran into, I'm going to keep this, like, I'm going to change some, like, details or whatever. But we ran into a friend, and then the friend, like, called me later, and y'all know I'm on a friendship journey. I'm trying to nurture my friendships more, and so after I ran into her, I was like,
okay,
hey.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, hey, do you want to get drinks sometime this week? Like, I know I've been, like, a little MIA lately. I would like to see you and catch up. So, make some noise for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying. And it went really good. I'm glad I did it. Like, I felt really good. It was nice. Like, I got on a cute little outfit. I went and had a drink with my girlfriend, and it was great. But all of that lead up to say, she was telling me that she was out and about and saw a cute bartender, and she was like on a like kind of date with someone else or whatever, but it was like not really like she wasn't really interested.
So it wasn't like a...
No, it wasn't like a thing. But this bartender like came up to her and like asked if they had met before.
Stop.
Yeah, and so she was like, "Oh, like no, I haven't." But like clearly, like there was like an established, like they recognized each other in the bar. They didn't talk any more than that, but like they were aware of each other. She was like, "Lauren, like he was so cute. Like, should I go back in there and like see if he's there?" And I was like, "Let's go now." So we left our drink date. And we went to the place. Yes.
And he was there?
No, he was not there. We went to the place looking for this bartender. She had like this like little flirty, not even flirty, but just a comment with a week prior. We go, he's not there. We get a different server and we're explaining to the server what happened. We're like, okay, so we were here like a week ago or she was here a week ago.
Yeah.
And we want to know the bartender's name. We describe him to a T. You cannot get this guy confused.
It's very easy to describe him. Yes. I think I know who this bartender is.
We cannot like get it confused. We like to a T we describe him. And our server's like, "Oh my gosh, yes, I know him. Give me a name. Tyler." There we go. Okay. He's like, "That's Tyler." Yes, that's Tyler. And we're like, "Oh my God, can we leave my friend's number with you to give to Tyler?" Our server is assuring us. He's like, "Yes, for sure. I will get it to you. I will get it in the hands of Tyler. Can I take a picture of you so that..."
Stop.
Yeah, to show him. And we're like, no picture necessary. Like, we're okay. But if you could just hand this phone number. And so she wrote on there like, you know, like from so-and-so, here's my number. I'd love to like meet you sometime or whatever. Like just something like short and sweet and
love
cute.
That.
I know. She was so nervous and I was like, just do it. The worst thing is he crumbles it up and throws it in the trash.
And
like
then you never know.
Exactly. So a couple days go by and she gets a text from Tyler.
Stop.
Yes. And Tyler's like, "Hi, so-and-so. I was very pleased to have come into work today and gotten a receipt on, the note that you left for me.
No.
I would love to meet up sometime. What's your availability?" And so they set a date and they were going to go get drinks together. She shows up and it is Tyler and it's not the bartender we were talking about.
No, it was the wrong one.
Our server was 100% sure that we were describing Tyler.
Oh, what did she do?
That was not it. She walked in, which of course I'm hearing all this like through her. She walked in, and I guess her face gave it away because Tyler goes, "It wasn't me, was it?" And she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. No, like I was trying to explain to the server like a different guy, and he must have got it confused and thought I was talking about you. But like I would love to buy you a drink since you came all the way out here." He said no.
Oh my God.
And left.
That is the worst thing that could happen.
I know.
Oh no.
So
because then like how do you get to the real one? Because now
did.
No.
She did. Tyler
I would have quit because then I'm like, this is complicated.
Okay, look. First of all, I thought that this could have been like match made in heaven. Like you walk in
this is
to
movie
Tyler,
quality material.
wrong date, but then you fall in love with this man. Like in my head, that's how it was going to play out. He said no, hard no from him. But he was so nice. He said, who are you trying to get in touch with?
Stop.
Yes. And she described another guy, the one she's been trying to get. And
Tyler, this happens to him often.
I hope not. I really hope not. Justice for Tyler, if so. But Tyler gave her the real guy's Instagram.
Okay.
And she messaged him, the real one, we'll call him AJ. Ew, where did that come from?
Worst name.
Horrible. But she messages AJ.
And AJ wears cologne, Lauren.
AJ for sure wears cologne. And she's like, hey, I have a funny story. And so she told AJ what happened with Tyler. Stop. And then she just said, I don't know if you're single. If not, it's okay. I just thought that this was so funny. He is single. And he asked her out.
Stop.
I know.
I love it.
So all of this, we finally got there.
Have they gone out?
They have gone out. And I haven't heard details, but she did text me and she just said obsessed. So I'm like, okay.
Oh,
like it sounds like you went
this.
Good. I know. I just thought that was so.
Justice for AJ too.
Justice for AJ, justice for Tyler. The only person that gets no justice here is our freaking server, who was like, for sure that we had this guy.
They were messing.
That's what I'm saying. And we looked up both Tyler and AJ for a side-by-side. They don't look anything alike. So,
oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know where our server.
I mean, I'm picturing all the people that I've seen that work there, and there is not one that looks like AJ.
No. AJ's a stunning specimen.
Good God.
Like, how could you get that confused?
You're not getting that confused.
I think that our server was probably, like, maybe he has an interest in setting up Tyler with someone. You know what I mean? Like, maybe he's taking him under his wing and he wants him.
Maybe AJ gets all the numbers and Tyler gets none. And so he was like, you know what? Opportunity.
Yes, let me help out. Let me throw
He's got
Tyler
a great personality. He'll just catch her with that.
Look, and here we go.
Hey, listen, Tyler, you had your opportunity to catch her with your personality.
Yep.
You could have accepted the drink and then
that's
hook,
what I'm saying.
line, sinker.
I can't believe he said no.
Yeah.
That was an ego thing. Like, his pride was hurt.
So, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, it would make me sad.
Yeah,
if I showed up and saw a face.
That's true.
Like,
if someone made a face. But then at that point, I'd be like, for sure, buy me a drink. Like, and I would, like, treat the whole experience as, like, a bit. You know? I would be this is going to be hilarious. Like.
Or I would be like, no, it's 100% me.
Yeah.
This is what I look like, not behind the bar. I stand on a stool back there.
Yeah. I'm way taller. I just actually dyed my hair a little bit lighter. Like, I would just gaslight my friend.
You were drinking when you saw me that night. This is you. This is me when you're not drunk. So.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
That would be fun.
Yeah. I just love that story. And honestly, I love the concept of, you know what? You think a bartender's cute.
You give them your number.
Leave
and go for
your
it.
number.
Yeah.
I was actually at a coffee place with a guy friend of mine a couple weeks ago. We were like doing some podcast work, and like we're not dating, obviously, but we walked in together. He paid for my coffee, and we sat down. So like to the like unknowing eye who doesn't know anything about us, like I would assume like these two are here at least together.
Yeah.
The barista that took our order put her name and number on the receipt and gave it to him right in front of me. Yes. And so, I mean, of course, I mean, he's not my boyfriend, so I'm not offended, but I was like, damn, girl, like, you don't know the situation. You just threw it out there. I couldn't believe it.
Let's call her.
That feels right. That feels right.
Justice for Jackie.
It was like crazy.
Listen, years and years and years and years and years ago, my ex-husband and me and him and the girls, and then this guy that he grew up across the street from in Chicago. He moved here to Savannah, and he was living at this apartment we had behind our house.
Yeah.
And all the time we would go to Jalapenos and Samplay. And I mean, this is probably like 15 years ago. And there was this girl that was a waitress there that worked there that he just had the biggest crush on. Like, he was just like googly eyed over her. Like, every time that we left there, he'd be like, oh my God, she's so hot. Like, and we'd be like, ask her out. Like, you gotta ask her out. Yeah. And he would never do it. He was like too shy, which he is not a shy guy. So it was like really weird. He was just that intimidated by her, like how pretty she was. And like, and he's a cute kid, you know, like, and funny, like great personality. And we would egg him on like all the time, and he would never do it. Well, one time we were there and we talked him into just putting his name and like writing a little note on the back of the receipt and putting his number.
Yeah.
And so he did that. But he did it and then he flipped it so that you couldn't see it and like put it down. And then he, when you're done with like everything and like you've paid and stuff, you know how like sometimes you set the bill or like tab or whatever, like kind of at the end of the table.
Yeah, like on the corner. Yeah.
Swing by and grab it. He put it all the way on the other side. And we kept trying to move it to the end of the table, but he was like, stop. No, that way she doesn't get it until we're gone. Like, I don't want her to see it until we're gone.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, why? Like, you're being so silly about this.
Yeah.
Well, while he wasn't looking, Wes took it and slid it all the way to the corner and then waved her down and was like, we're done with this.
Oh, I love it. Also, like,
she came up to the table and then he took it even further and he goes, there's a note on there for you. From him.
I love that.
He turned like blood red, right? And he was just like mortified. And the girls, they were like little, like preteen age, and they just were cracking up, like dying laughing. Thought it was the most funny thing in the world. And then the waitress like turns around, reads it right there in front of him, and then she goes, sorry, I have a boyfriend, and walked away. It was so bad.
Oh, God. Okay, but see, I love just throwing it out there and not because, look, if he had left at the other end of the table, then you run the risk of another person picking it up.
Getting it. And
it's a Tyler situation.
Yes.
Like,
That's true. We were just looking out for him.
And I've chatted about this a little bit on the show before of like hitting on people in their workplace. Like it's a thin line, but I don't think there's ever anything wrong with leaving a note on a receipt.
Yeah, no.
You're not doing anything.
No.
And
it's just shooting your shot.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to.
100%.
Yeah, I like it. I like that whole thing that happened. I love that.
I know.
It's a little weird in the middle, but I liked it.
Right? The end was what we wanted.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. That makes me so happy. Also that she was like on a kind of date with somebody else and then like...
I know.
I love it. Poor guy.
Justice for Tyler.
But AJ was better than the...
AJ's the one.
100%.
Speaking of getting hit on in a weird way, I told you about this yesterday, but I'm going to let the people know about this man from Tybee.
Oh my God.
So
Can we put it as a visual aid? Like the actual?
100%.
Okay, yeah.
He sent me 4 photos.
No.
So, yeah, yes.
Oh my God.
So I told y'all last week about a photo shoot that I did out on Tybee. It was so cold or whatever. Well, before I got into the ocean, I was doing a photo shoot in this green one piece from Skims and roller skates.
Fabulous.
So good, so cute. At the this hotel out on Tybee Island, right? And it was 11 a.m. on a Tuesday. And it wasn't even a weekend.
Oh wow, I was feeling Thursday from that.
No.
Oh wow.
Early in the week, 11 a.m., I'm out there, and one of the hotel room doors opens up. And these 2 guys, initially, they just yell out of the door. They're like, do you need an extra bottle? And I was like, haha, that kind of stuff happens all the time whenever you're, creating content. I was like, haha, whatever. They go back in for a minute. Then they come out, and they're, changed into swimwear. And
to what he was wearing in that photo.
yes, with a tank top on.
Oh, y'all.
They walk up, and this guy has a mohawk, tank top, neon pink shorts, and he just looks like he's been hit by a truck. He reeks of booze, bad.
Oh.
And he's like, can I get a quick picture with you? Can I get a picture with you? I'm like, yeah, for sure. And so a little bit of backstory. The photographer I'm working with is a cop. That's his day job. And so his radar was on level 100. He was
probably
very protective
high
of me.
alert. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in a little swimsuit, and these are grown men wanting to take a
roller
picture with
skates.
me. Yeah, I can't escape. I'm in roller skates.
I mean, you could if you could skate fast.
Exactly. My track record for the day, I had already fallen once, so it was not happening. But so this guy, I take a couple of pictures with him, and he's like, hey, can I get those from you? Can I get your contact information? I want to get those photos, because his friend was taking photos on the phone, but Nelson was then also taking photos of them photographing me,
so
behind the scenes. Yeah. So he's talking to Nelson. He's like, can I get her contact information? I'd love to get that.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, man, you give me your email and I'll send them to you. And he's
Smart.
like, well, yeah, no, I mean, what's y'all's name? Whatever. And I don't remember, I'm trying to replay it. I think that I was still just kind of what is happening, but I must have said my name. At least I said
clearly
Lauren.
You did. Yeah.
Yeah, something. And Nelson was like, no, you give me your email. He was just not having it.
Yeah.
So they go away, whatever. And Nelson, I didn't even tell you this part. He's like, look at the email address he gave. And the email said something about VIP something. It wasn't a name.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh my God, am I getting sex trafficked right now? He's like, I don't know, but I didn't like that. Like, he was like, his intuition was like, nope. And I don't think it was like that serious, but I think he was just like, just in case you're not communicating with this girl, which I appreciated. Yes. So they go away. I don't think anything more about it. I was just like, dang, like, thank goodness I have somebody like watching my back, because I was probably going to entertain that longer than I should have. And so 3 weeks go by at this point, and I get a message request. Let me pull it up on Facebook.
It's so great.
Oh God. And it's just 4 images. And in the message request, it says image is blurred. Tap to view image. And I'm like, oh,
that always
God.
makes me so nervous.
I'm like, it's going to be a penis. There's no chance it's anything but that. It's not. I open up this message, and it's the guy with the mohawk. And he says, you are like a unicorn basking in the Georgia sun. And sun is in all caps.
That whole sentence was my favorite thing about the story when Lauren was telling me. I was like, he said you were like a unicorn basking in the Georgia sun.
In the Georgia sun. And he attached
the poet. He's such a...
I can't. He attached 4 photos that his friend sent. And like, look, I'm zooming in on his face.
Y'all, I can't wait for y'all to see. Yes.
Bro.
The hair on this guy.
The hair.
It's like a mullet married a mohawk.
It's so bad. And then look,
it's like a Sonic the Hedgehog situation.
Yes, he looks exactly like a hungover Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog with the worst hangover of his life. Like, bro. And so the last message he sent the 4 photos, and then he said, ever make it to Palm Springs, California, hit me up.
Oh, definitely.
Should I go? What do y'all think?
Tell us in the comments.
Tell me if you think I should go meet.
We'll do a poll.
Sonic.
Yes
it was
or no?
So funny.
Good idea or not a good idea?
I just can't believe he found me, and I can't believe he opened with, you were like
what
a
if
unicorn.
what if we did? Like, what if you did or we did, and it was like the most fabulous adventure of our life?
You know what? I know that guy parties, so if we ever get a wild hair and we're like, we need a bender.
Okay, but also, they came out of the room at the motel.
That's true.
Okay.
That's very true.
So,
yeah.
No, hard pass. We're not going to Palm Springs.
Okay. No. Also,
they were staying at the motel. The motel. Yeah.
His poor friend.
Yeah.
That was taking the photo. I think that the friend was better off than him. The friend had a look of apology in his eyes. You know what I mean? He looked like he was like, I'm really sorry about this.
Yeah, that's usually me.
So yeah, it started creepy and it ended really funny.
That's good.
But like, whenever people do that, it always makes me think like, what's endgame? Because like, can you imagine if I messaged him back and I was like,
yes,
hey, what,
I would
what
love
date
to come
works?
to Palm Springs.
Yeah, I'm booking a flight now.
What? What's the follow through with that?
Right? I feel like there's a 1 out of like...
Okay, because how many times have we been somewhere? Like, okay, for example, when we were in Atlanta filming the
oh my God, the new house orientation from hell.
Housewives of whatever. Yes, that. When we were there filming that, I remember us having a whole conversation with sweet director guy.
Yeah.
And we were like, come to Savannah. Like, come to Savannah. We can't wait to have, because by the end of it, we were friends with him.
Yeah.
What if he like came to Savannah? What are we going to do?
You know what?
Like, we would do something, but it might take us a while to get back to that level.
Exactly. We don't know him like that.
It might be awkward at first.
We would have to open with a cocktail for sure.
100%.
Also, like, whenever I invite people to stay, like, now I do have a guest room. So, like, usually if I'm saying, like, come to Savannah, you can stay with me, I mean it. But, like, I used to live in a studio, and I'd be out here inviting people like, you should come to Savannah.
Yeah.
A whole family.
Yeah, well, now, like, the studio is our former guest room. And funny thing is, like, there is a bed back there behind the camera.
Yep.
And Sunny made a comment to me about it the other day, and I told Lauren because I was like, you're not going to believe this. Well, we just moved, and so, like, things are not done being unpacked.
Yeah.
And so I have not unpacked, like, some of bedding and sheets and stuff. Like, actually, not even for our room. Like, we have been sleeping on pillows without pillowcases like savages.
Oh, no!
Yeah, I don't know where they are. I don't know where all this bedding and stuff. I know I bought new one. You hot?
I'm so
that
hot.
Windows sun is coming in hot.
Yeah, that's the afternoon sun.
So anyways, the bed is back there like in a closet kind of thing, and there's no sheets on it or anything. And so Sunny goes, hey, listen, like when Lauren was up here setting up, he was like, do we have like bedding and sheets for that bed up there? Because it looks like you're filming snuff films.
Snuff films. I was like, what the hell is snuff? Like,
I was like, that definitely gave away that you're almost 50.
Oh, God. And the thing is, like, I've never heard anyone say snuff. And, like, if you asked me what it meant, I would say I don't know. But hearing him say snuff
in that
films,
context, exactly. Like,
I
if
knew.
somebody, like, I've never heard that
No.
before. But when he said it, I knew exactly what he meant.
Mm-hmm. And I knew, like, what it looked like dirty, nasty, filmed with, like, a camcorder.
Like, bare mattresses in a closet.
God. Like, what's that freaking show? I somehow bring it up all the time.
Plan A, Plan B.
Yep. If y'all don't start sharing this podcast, I will be in a snuff film in this room. Please.
I will put sheets on the bed now.
Begging you. And we were like, yeah, honestly, at least the mattress is clean. Like, there's no stains on it. And I was like, I'm covered in spray tan today if you want me to add a little zhuzh, you know, like a little bit of...
A little color?
Character. Ooh.
Oh, my God.
God, that is the one thing about tanning twice a week for almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Mattress pads, if you take them off...
I also do self-tanner. Like, especially in spring and summer when I want to wear, like, not pants and not long sleeves. And, but I, just had a baby. And so I haven't done it because I have to hold her and I'm scared that the tanner's going to get on my baby.
What if she, like, had a little orange, like, arm or something? She looks so cute.
I'm like, dang it, this is ruining self-tanner.
Yeah, okay. You just gotta do it.
I'm like, how long does it transfer?
You should get the Express. They have 2 hours.
Okay, because I need 2 hours is about the amount of time I can, like, put her down and know I'm not going to need to pick her up.
Yeah.
Like, that's an in-between feeding time.
I didn't even think about that.
That is why I've been so white, because I'm scared to self-tan my baby.
Never mind. I was going to say something so stupid. I was going to say, do they make self-tanner for kids?
For babies.
That would be horrible.
They do.
They?
Because those pageant kids, they get spray tan.
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah, no,
I guess it's probably safe for kids, right? I mean, if I'm putting it on my skin.
It's not toxic.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're, like, licking it or something.
That's
I could
true.
see Roman do that, but, like, not a little girl. I think a little girl would know better.
Yeah. True. Mr. Kim will lick my tan, and I'm like, buddy, I don't know about that.
Well, okay, so scratch it. I did self-tan, like, recently because I knew I was going to be gone for, like, a whole day.
Yeah.
And I wanted to wear a dress, and it was for the LLS scavenger hunt because it was outside, and I wanted to not be sweaty and hot. Forward thinking, if I'm already thinking about sweat, like, I should have really thought this idea through. But I self-tanned. But then I was like, I'm going to be running around downtown. I need to wear a sensible shoe.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at what I got unpacked, right? And it's heels, rain boots. Like those knee-high hunter rain boots. Well, it was supposed to rain that day. So I was like, all right, I'm wearing the rain boots because it might rain. So people won't be like, why is this girl wearing rain boots? They'll be like, oh, it was going to rain. So I wore rain boots and ran around downtown. We sweated so much. I sweated so much in my rain boots that from my knees down self-tanner came off. So I have rain boot tan lines currently.
That is amazing. Like, way better than the golf tan line.
Yeah, rain boot tan lines.
Rain boots.
From self-tanner, not even from a good sunburn.
No.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I've had, did I see you whenever my neck was, like, recovering?
No.
Okay. So after St. Patrick's Day, I wore that high, like, neck dress.
Oh.
Well, little behind the scenes, that was extremely tight around the neck. Like,
really?
Yeah. I mean, the whole dress fit to a T, but the neck, I swear, was made for, like, my arm. And I was like, I don't care, worth it. Plus the weight of the beads, the dress is like 8 pounds. So it was just like a lot of pressure on my neck.
Oh, no.
I didn't realize how much until I took it off about 4 a.m. on St. Patrick's Day. And
that's what this is from?
Well, this right here? No, that I believe is a stress-related breakout on my neck. I haven't had anything on my neck since I was probably 14.
Oh my God.
That's the state of my life today.
Sorry to pinpoint.
No, it's okay. I can take a good look.
I have a stress rash that happens on the front of my leg.
Stress rash?
Yeah.
Stress.
And I'll be like,
neck pimple.
if you ever see me doing this, it's because it's flared up. Like,
no, literally.
And I tell people, like, when I'm doing that, and like Hannah or Sunny will be like, stop. I'll be like, this one's from you.
That's what I said to Cameron. Dude, literally, Cameron is so grossed out by, like, pimples, which I am too. Like, if they're not on me, they really, really freak me out. Yeah. But, like, I was just, like, looking at my neck, like, trying to, like, put some, like, my serums and stuff on it.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I, like, have, like, a gross, like, neck pimple right now. He goes, ugh. And I said, you're probably the root of it. Relax.
You are the reason.
You stop.
Yeah.
Anyway, But so I take the dress off.
Yeah.
And like it looks like someone has like been choking me out. I had a bruise around my whole neck
What?
from the dress, and then I tanned on top of it, and I didn't realize it had also rubbed the skin off. I like because it didn't hurt really, probably because it was so numb from like wearing it for 14 hours. But whenever I put tan on top, it like absorbed into where it like got rubbed off. So I'm not kidding y'all. For like 2 weeks, it was just a dark orange ring around my whole neck. God. I have a picture. Visual aid number 2.
Visual aid number 2.
There we go. It was funny.
It's funny because like you don't think about like things like that. You don't like think for like that happened to my Aunt Karen recently. Something happened. I don't remember what she was saying happened, but I think it was like something medical she had to have done that left bruises like around her neck.
Yeah.
And, like where if the naked eye was looking at it, it looked like you got strangled.
Literally.
Right? Well, then like cut to like a week later, one of our friends has like a what do you call it? Like where they do injections and stuff. Like
aesthetics.
Esthetician, whatever. And so she asked my Aunt Karen to come be a model for like something that she wanted to work on. Well, my Aunt Karen just assumed it was like a face thing.
Yeah.
And when she got there, it was a neck thing.
Oh my God.
And so she didn't even think about the fact that there are these like strangle bruises around her neck. And so she's laying there, and the girl that we know was like, "Are you okay?
Oh my God.
Like, is everything fine?" And like, yeah. Like,
what do you mean?
What's going on? Like, yeah, why? Well, it just looks like you've been strangled.
She was probably about to call.
She was like, "Oh my God, I should really think about things before I sign up to do them."
Yeah. Like, oh my God, can you imagine her trying to take like before and after pictures?
Like, yeah, right. Like
the police department is in the comments.
Excuse this abuse victim that I've used to model my products.
Literally.
Oh my God.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
No, you don't think about it.
Don't think about stuff like that.
I have a gnarly scar on my neck back here from laying a curling iron on my neck on accident. I think I was like 15. And that shit will never go away. Ooh.
Yeah. Hannah has like a whole iron scar on her arm from her aunt trying to straighten her hair via iron.
No.
I forgot to move my child's arm when doing so.
Straightening her hair with an actual iron?
Actual iron.
That's
like
insane.
A clothing iron, as if we don't live in an era of straighteners.
That's insane. Oh my God. The things that you will put your hair through just to get it to cooperate.
Oh my God, yeah, I know.
That's so funny. The only other thing that I wanted to, 2 more things. One, I wanted to give people an update on how the night job is going. So it's going good. All of my coworkers, this is the restaurant job that I told you guys about last week. All my coworkers are very nice. But I will tell y'all, this sounds like I'm being a baby. I'm not. I have been out of the service industry for too long.
Yeah.
I felt like I got hit with a truck come Sunday afternoon.
It is not for the faint of heart.
Holy.
It is a whole world in and of itself.
It is like just like being on like that.
Physically, mentally,
emotionally.
Like you gotta have thick skin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I've got thick skin like coming from news, like, you know, I don't really like if someone like snaps at me or whatever, like I'm able to be like, that's not about me. Like that's just the heat of the moment. I'm good at that. But it's like, I think that what was making me so tired was like the night hours. Like I have become such a morning person. Yeah. Like I get up at like 6 a.m. and like normally I'm wrapped up by like 8. I worked on my feet until 11 for 5 days in a row, and I was
physically it's a lot.
Yeah, I was dying. My feet were hurting, and I was just like kind of like a zombie come Sunday shift, and I was like, bro. But I got all my training done, you guys. And I will also say this. I was trying to explain this to my mom. Like, Savannah, the bar for service is so much higher than other places.
It is.
Like, where I worked at in Mississippi, I mean, like, you know, of course, like, any decent restaurant wants to have, like, good, like, you know, guest relations or whatever. But, like, Savannah has the bar set so high that, like, whenever I was going through my training, I was like, oh, wow, like, this is not what I did before. Yeah, I mean, it's just, like, little teeny details that make the experience so much better for the guest that you wouldn't think to do unless you're taught
to do it.
Yeah. And I just had never had that before. And so my mom was like, what do you mean there's a lot to learn? Like, you've done this before. I was like, no, like, I haven't done it on this caliber. Like, Savannah, I don't know. Like, we're a tourist town.
I mean, hospitality.
Hospitality's our thing. And, like, those people.
City of the South.
They've thought of everything.
They're trying
it's
to
really
earn
cool.
their name.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, it's going good. But, y'all, I'm
good.
worn out.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
I know.
But I'm going to go down. Like, I had to do 5 full days of training, and so now I'm only going to be doing 2 to 3 shifts, and so I think I'm going to feel better.
Yeah, I think when you scale back a little bit, it'll be more manageable.
I think so, too. It was just crazy. Literally, Katie sent me, like, the nicest text about, like, the new studio. She's like, make yourself at home. Like, you can have anything in the kitchen. My house is your house. I didn't text her back for, like, 48 hours.
No, she didn't.
Nope.
I was like, okay. She got it.
Well, anyways, the only other thing that me and Katie wanted to talk to you guys about is Patreon.
Yes,
Yeah.
Patreon. So we are signed up for Patreon. You can subscribe to that, and what that means is you get extra content from us. So Lauren is on there with some extra stuff, and I'm gonna hop on there with some extra stuff in a whole different category. And I like of all the categories that I could choose from in my life. Right now, I'm picking parenting category, like all things mom and parenting and getting it right and getting it wrong and doing it young and doing it old, not old age.
She's like, hold on, I'm not old.
I'm like too close to my birthday to be calling old. I'm
No.
like really feeling that right now because I am knocking hard on the door of 40. Ugh.
40 is like cool though. 40 is the new 30.
In my 30, like early 30s and 20s, when I thought about somebody that was 40, they were extremely old.
That's okay. Last
Now
week I said,
am here and I do not feel that way, but then like when I hear the word or like I see the number, I'm like, God,
jeez, over the hill.
40? That is a lot.
Yeah.
Well, here I am.
Last
it's about
week-
to be, like next week I'm 40.
Oh my God.
What
are we
and
gonna
I have
do?
a 2-year-old and a 2-month-old. So there are some stories from that for sure. And like things that I'm learning and things that I've, learned from. And then I want to bring on like other moms who are doing it in a different way and at a different age and in, different kinds, all these things. Because I feel like as moms, there are a million books, but there are also not enough. Like everything is different. Every parenting journey is different. Every freaking kid is different. And there are things that like, I know that my friends go through that I'm like, oh yeah, like, no, this is happening right now. Or like, I'll see somebody post a question on social media, like, please tell me your kid is doing this too. And like,
Yeah.
And then I'm like, no, one of my 500 children definitely did that. And, so I feel like there's got to be some kind of platform or something where we can share and vent and just laugh and cry and all the things like in a safe space. And so my little tiny corner of our Patreon is going to be just that.
Yes!
It'll be like for you girls out there that are Lauren's age or boys and girls out there that are Lauren's age that are like thinking about that in the future. It'll be good, information to take note of for the ones of us that are going through it. We're in the thick of it. It's just, we're here for each other. And for the ones that have done it, you can just remember all the funny things.
There you
together
go.
with me. So share with your friends and subscribe and you're going to get a lot of, fun stuff coming at you from all of us, but that is going to be my little piece of it. And so I'm hoping to launch that next week.
Yes.
So maybe film some stuff this week and we'll post it up, and then I'm going to have lots of moms. So some of you that are listening that you already know in your gut that I'm going to ask you to be on here, like,
yep, if you're a mom,
get
you're
ready.
up. Come into the wolf den.
Come into the wolf den. The Wolver Den.
The Wolver Den.
That is going to be the name of this room.
We've messed up. Like, we gave it life. Sunny sent us out and we entertained it, and now it sticks. You gave it like the
moment you said, who is Lauren's prey next?
Who's the prey? I'm going to make a sign for the door.
Yeah,
the Wolver Den.
The Wolver Den, for sure.
Oh my God. I'm going to have like a very, very like professional guest in one day, and they're going to be like, the Wolver Den. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
And they're like, sick.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, ignore that half.
Yeah. So, coming soon to a podcast for a year.
Yeah, y'all. The Patreon, it's like linked on all the socials, but I think if you literally just go to patreon.com/the Chicks and Dip podcast, then it's there. But I mean, bonus episodes.
Yeah. We'll do some little sneak previews on our regular stuff so that you can see the rest on our Patreon. Yeah. It'll be really fun. And then also, I'm going to throw this in there because I am running out of time, but I am running as a candidate for the 2023 LLS Visionary of the Year campaign. Lauren did it last year, and she passed the baton to me this year. And so she's on my team, and we're both raising money. I think we are in week 7. We have 3 weeks left.
Oh, Lord.
So we're going to throw up some QR codes and links, and you guys, please, for the love, donate.
Donate.
Share, donate, share, like all of this stuff. We have a few events coming up. up that some people from town have graciously thrown for us. So like on April 19th, which is next Wednesday, one day before my birthday, Morgan Ray is having an event at her store on Broughton Street. It's going to be a fun shopping, styling event. And then the next Wednesday, which is the 26th, a new store in town, Leah Bailey Interiors, which is the one that Bree is running now, is going to have a shopping event. So keep an eye out for that. But then a really fun one on the 27th, which is that Thursday night, is Sober Mesa, the wine bar. We're going to have a good time that night. And 15% of all sales come back to our campaign from that night. So let's pack it out and have a good time. We may even have a DJ and some 90s jams going, and it's going to be a good time.
Come get a little wine drunk for a cause.
Yeah, get a little wine drunk for a cause. Team Notorious, CURE, our play on Biggie.
I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all donate. It really, it's for a great cause.
It's a really great cause.
And literally, I like told people this last year, and it is like so true. If you can donate $5 and like
seriously, $5, $1, $5, any dollars.
Literally, if every person that listened to this podcast donated $5, like that'd be a lot.
That would be so great.
That'd be great.
Please do that.
So donate your $5.
Hey, maybe even donate. Listen, this is what we're gonna do. I'm just winging it right now.
Listen,
donate $5 or more. And send us a screenshot, and you're going to win a Chicks and Dip swag bag.
Yes!
Yes, we have some merch. We have some sweatshirts and t-shirts and hoodies and hats. We're going to put something really cool together for you.
I love this. Okay, wait. So with a donation...
With a donation, you're going to be entered in to win Chicks and Dip swag.
Oh, I'm obsessed.
Yes.
Yes!
3 prizes.
Boom. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Come for them.
Wow, you heard it here first.
You heard it here right now.
And that right there, people, is why you always stick around on your favorite podcast and listen through the housekeeping notes.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yes.
Listen.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. I'm so excited. Anything else you want to say?
I think I got it all out.
I'm like so excited for you guys to watch the set grow. I've got a meeting next week with some people about some new intro music.
Yay.
Please let us know like what you think about the rebrand, some ideas you have. I don't know, maybe if you come up with the name that we use for the new podcast, you can have some swag too.
There you go.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Swag.
We're just, take it.
It rain.
We're making it rain. Thank you all so much. New episodes, y'all know the drill. Every Monday. I know this one's a little bit late, but we're moving.
We're setting up a studio.
Yeah, we had a really good excuse this week,
Yeah,
dang.
yeah.
New episodes every Monday on Spotify and YouTube as a video, on every other podcast platform as audio only. Follow us on Instagram at Chicks and Dip Pod, at Lauren_Wolverton, at Katie.Siplon. Look at that.
Yeah.
Boom.
Easy.
And share the show.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, you guys. We'll see y'all next week. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.